There's a common misconception with landscape photography amongst beginners, and that is that landscape photography should always be shot at a wide angle. If you're into landscape photography, you might be considering picking up a 24mm prime lens, and you think that this is going to be a great choice when it comes to landscape photography. And it is a great choice, but I would encourage you not to limit yourself to just wide angle fields of view. Good landscape photography doesn't have to be a big wide angle view that puts the viewer right in the middle of the frame. Sometimes the best shots come from a mile away. So experiment and try different focal lengths. And that's something we're going to cover in this video. So I've got my 24-70 on here, and I'm going to take a photo of this church on the hill over here at 24mm, and we'll see what that looks like. So the most interesting part of this frame is that single white church and the path that leads up to it on the hill over there. And this is not being captured at 24mm. It just simply isn't getting close enough. It's highlighting the sky above, the trees at the side, and the hill underneath. Now, they're all interesting parts of the frame, but the real focus is that church. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go to 50mm here. That's better, but it's still washing out some of the photos because of the white clouds in the sky. I'm going to go to 70mm now. That's certainly better again, but I think we can get closer. So at the moment, we're still in the standard zoom range. 24-70 is pretty standard. I want to go to a mild telephoto now to 100mm. So I'm going to switch my lenses. At 100mm, I now have to recompose the frame a little bit. At 100mm, we're getting much closer to having a great photo here. By zooming in to 100mm, we've removed some of the trees in the foreground at the left and right of the frame, we've cropped out a load of the sky, and we've focused more on the hillside, the bushes and shrubs and trees on the hillside, and that mountain in the background. We're removing anything that doesn't add to the photo. So if you have a look around, one of the most basic rules of composition is anything that doesn't add to the photograph takes away from it. So we've removed anything that's not adding to the photograph, and as a result, we have a much better photograph. So 100mm here is a lot better than where I started at 24mm, but let's try out 135mm too and see if that gets any better still. At 135mm, I think we have my favourite photo of the lot. By removing anything that doesn't add to the frame, we've improved the photograph and we've focused the composition onto the church, the hillside and the mountain in the background. By using a longer focal length, a telephoto at 135 instead of a wide angle 24mm, we've managed to focus the view and the attention to the most important parts of the frame. Always remember that rule, and it's a very important rule when it comes to landscape photographs with telephoto versus wide angle, and that is that anything that doesn't add to the frame is taking away. Remove anything that is a distraction. And the best way to do that? Zoom in. Use a telephoto lens. That's wide angle versus telephoto. I hope you can see that the examples we've included in this video really help to highlight the importance of zooming in and using a longer focal length. Don't restrict yourself to just 24mm. 24mm is perfect a lot of the time, but sometimes you need to get closer. Thanks for watching.